Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Vic Witch Art Witch here, and today we're unboxing the October 2025 Scrawlrbox. I hope everybody is not getting absolutely soaked where you are. It's miserable down south right now. Absolutely miserable. Supposed to be getting thundery showers, but we'll see. We'll see. They always say that, and it always misses us. So, we'll see. So, let's open up, shall we? It's a bit weightier than last month. Not as much movement. Not as much movement. It got absolutely soaked being delivered, so I've had a right ache trying to get the post label off. So let's see what we've got in this one's Scrawlrbox. Are you excited? I'm excited. Mind you, I'm always excited. Oh! Wow! We have pastel toned pro markers. We have them in buttercup, soft peach, pale pink, lavender, cool aqua, and meadow green. Interesting. But we have some other things wrapped up here, so I don't think that's all we've got. So let's find out what we've got. Ooh, I can see pencils sticking out. Ooh. Okay, we've got some pencils. What we've got? We got some Derwent drawing pencils. We have them in grape, rust, and spruce green. So you can see the colours there. Grape, rust, and spruce green. We have our sticker. Looks interesting. We have a white mice bar. Okay, this one's mine. Yeah, I'm eating this one. The husband doesn't get this one. Not overly a fan of white chocolate, but white mice, I make the exception. So here's our featured artist for the month. Is Emily Rouleau. I apologise if I'm saying your name wrong. My name is Em. I go by M Rouleau Art online. I've always loved art, possibly when I was even a newborn, but I can't remember that far back. Self-taught, been posting my art online for the last 6 years. I like to do experiments with mediums and techniques, although I'm probably best known for my little characters. And here is one of them right here. So cool. I love it. It's all whimsical and fun. So let's just move that out here. Ooh. We've got A5 mixed media. 10 sheets of mixed media paper. 250 GSM. Okay, so let's box down here. Now, we'll get swatchy with it in a moment. First of all, we're going to look through the magazine, aren't we? Don't know if anybody caught the live from last month's box. I was very lucky to be on the special live for Scrawler's 20th birthday. So here we go. We have our contents, and again, I am not paid by, or affiliated with, or anything like that with Scrawlrbox. I just do this because I love it. This is just fun for me. Okay, so you've got your all abouts with the Scrawlrboxes. Your QR code for supply information and prices. So we have our standard all about the Scrawler artist this month. I love that one. I love that picture. That's so cool. I feel like that sometimes. Just a big blob of there. So we have our swatch tests. And checking like mark making, layering and shading. Because pro markers are very layerable. They are very layerable. Okay, and a deep dive into the Winsor & Newton pro markers. And a little bit of like the advice from the artists and like behind the artwork as well. And our Scrawler Gallery for box 120. Ah. Now, who do I spy? Mel, congratulations for getting in the magazine again. Tracy, I loved your twins. They were great. And Deathbear goes, your sardine for Pisces. That was brilliant. It did take me a moment or two to figure out which way around it was being opened. But once I saw that, that was fine. Pegs, yours is brilliant as well. And then here we have our top three. We have Coty, we have Green Halsey, and we have Carmel. Well done, Carmel. With your beautiful lion for the Leo. So our prompt was Zodiac. That is stunning. And I love this one. This one, I'm guessing, was Scorpio. Yes, Scorpio. That's such a cool take on it. Was this one Aries? I don't know. Doesn't say. But it was so good. You guys are so good with almost all of the materials that they give us. And it's like, what? And fancy a throwback, anyone? Here's some Scrawlrdoodles from the past. And we're going right back in some of these. This is before I even joined Scrawler. I was box 96 when I came to Scrawler. So we have box number 28 here. Box 57, 33, 58, 79, 108, 93, 61. These are all so cool. I'm going to have to start digging out some of my old boxes because I backbought a lot of them. I'll have to start digging out some of the old boxes and just playing with them, seeing what I can do. And here is our challenge for the month, everyone. So, Scrawlers, let's stir up some magic. This month's box requires you to dust off your spellbooks, let your imagination bubble over like a cauldron. Think wizards of work, potions fizzing with colour, glowing runes or spells gone delightfully wrong as inspired by our featured artist. Whatever you conjure, create, chaos or charm, we can't wait to see what you create. This month's challenge is Hocus Pocus. Well. One for a witchy person like myself, although I don't normally work in such bright pastel colours, I have to admit. Not something I actually usually work in. So, now we've looked at our Scrawlerzine, we know what we've got, it's time to get swatchy with it. So the first page of any of these, for me, I always swatch, because I want to know how my materials react with the paper, which can be a tad difficult when sometimes you've only got 3 or 4 pieces of paper because it's something like Arches or Pastel Mat, which again, amazing stuff. Can't believe we actually got those in prior boxes. So let's have a look-see. The funny thing is, I just gave a load of pro markers that I wasn't using to my son. And I was like, here you go, I'm not using these. And maybe stealing the pages back if I get on with these ones better. Which will be rather funny because anyone who knows me knows I prefer dark colours and blacks and silvers and purples and stuff like that. Right. But pastel is definitely a curveball for me. So, with Winsor and Newton Pro markers, they have, as you know, you've got the pointed end. There we are, you've got the pointed end. And you've also got a chisel tip end as well for larger areas. They have numbers on the end to tell you what out of the set it is, because they have a lot of markers. So let's have a look. This one is Buttercup. Y417 Buttercup. Okay, it looks like it's not covering well, but that is because this one is such a pale colour. So let's just go with the chisel tip as well. There we are. Because you see, it's just because it's such a pale colour when you're laying it down. And I'm going to go, like, on each side. I'm going to go pointed tip, then chisel tip. This one is called Soft Peach. 0138. Once it's had a chance to all dry in and what have you, you'll see it properly. And you can layer really well with these. So I always struggle to get the flat of the chisel tip down straight away. Every single time, it always gets me. Now, handily, they've got this little bit on the pen lid there. It kind of stops it rolling around. This one is Pale Pink R519. It's a very pale pink, actually. Crikey. Wow. That is pale. Okay. Chisel tip. See, it looks a lot darker on the screen than it is as it comes out. Well, you got to remember is also it does need a little bit to dry, a minute or two. I say a minute or two, maybe not that long, but V518 Lavender. Chisel tip. See, chisel tips give really nice coverage for quite large areas, which is the great thing about them. If you're covering a large area, they do really well. Cool Aqua C429. Just something to know, Winsor & Newton do their own marker paper. I haven't tried it yet. Despite buying some and meaning to, I still haven't. And finally, we have Meadow Green G339. Oh yeah. So that's all those pro markers. Now, first one we've got out of the Derwent drawing pencils is number 0700 Rust. It comes out in a lovely, almost pinky red colour. A number 4000 Spruce Green. And a number 2100 in Grape. Now I'm imagining this one being really good for outlining in places and shadows. And what I'm just going to do is, over the ends of these ones, I'm just going to go over with the pencils a little tiny bit. Just so we can see, you know, how it looks. I'll do that with each pencil because I want to see how it looks. The blue does seem to make the spruce green stand out quite well. I'll say that. And finally, rust. Crikey, that stands out a lot on the pastel green. And of course the pastel yellow buttercup, I think it is, that makes it kind of almost like an orange colour. So, there we are. Let's bring that up a little higher so you guys can see. If I turn it that way, actually, that'll get better in picture. There we go. You can see the different colours on the actual pans. Like I say, I think that grape would be great for colours, for lining. Same with the rust, because I think that's how our featured artist has kind of done it with some of them as well, with some of the pictures. Yeah, so that's Scrawlrbox for October 2025. Very pleasant surprise to see some pro markers in there. Very pleasant surprise. I can't wait to see what everybody creates with this box. Because this is a very awesome box. I gotta be honest. A very awesome box. And there we have it, everyone. Scrawlrbox number 122, October 2025. Prompt is Hocus Pocus, and I look forward to seeing what everybody creates. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Vic Witch Art Witch, and I look forward to catching you next month with the next video. Thanks very much now. Bye bye, everyone.